Shadows of Cipher, Unveiling the Codebreakers Gambit. Chapter 20, Legacy of Shadows. The world stood at the precipice of a new dawn. The battles fought, the sacrifices made, and the revelations brought to light had led to this defining moment, the legacy of Shadows. Cipher's Vanguard had come a long way, and now they faced their greatest challenge yet. In the aftermath of the traitor's defeat, the Vanguard found themselves in possession of a trove of information, hidden cache that revealed the true extent of the legacy's reach. They uncovered a network of powerful individuals, corrupt institutions, and shadowy alliances that had maintained a stranglehold on society for decades. Armed with this knowledge, the Vanguard understood that the fight against Shadows was not confined to a single enemy or organization. It was a battle against an entrenched system of deceit, manipulation, and corruption that had infiltrated every facet of society. Cipher, no longer silent, emerged from the shadows to rally his team. He spoke of the importance of their mission, the weight of their responsibility, and the legacy they were building. It was a call to arms, a reminder of the ideals they had sworn to uphold. Together, the Vanguard devised a plan, a multi-pronged assault on the legacy's power structure. They utilized their hacking skills, their strategic brilliance, and their unwavering resolve to expose the hidden truths and bring the legacy of Shadows crashing down. They targeted financial institutions that had profited from illegal activities, exposing their clandestine transactions and revealing the corrupt ties that bound them. They infiltrated government databases, unearthing evidence of systemic corruption and political manipulation. They penetrated the inner circles of influential figures, forcing them into the spotlight and holding them accountable for their crimes. As the Vanguard's actions reverberated through the corridors of power, the world began to awaken. Citizens, inspired by their bravery and driven by the desire for a more just society, rose up in protest. The legacy of Shadows had met its match in a collective voice demanding change. The battle between light and darkness raged on. The Vanguard faced formidable adversaries, desperate to protect their ill-gotten power. They encountered mercenaries, skilled hackers, and enigmatic figures who sought to protect the legacy at any cost. But the Vanguard stood strong, fortified by their unity and the knowledge that they fought not only for themselves but for the countless individuals who had been oppressed and manipulated by the legacy of Shadows. In a climactic showdown, the Vanguard confronted the architects of the legacy, a powerful syndicate that had thrived in the shadows for generations. It was a battle that pushed their skills, their determination, and their bonds to the limit. The fight raged on, both in the physical world and the digital realm. Hacking skills clashed, strategic maneuvers unfolded, and truths were exposed with every strike. The legacy's grip on power began to crumble as their secrets were laid bare for the world to see. In the midst of the chaos, Cipher faced off against the elusive mastermind behind the legacy. It was a battle of minds, a clash of ideologies, and the ultimate test of his unwavering commitment to truth. With each move, Cipher dismantled the web of lies, exposing the true motivations and the darkness that had consumed the legacy's leaders. And in the end, it was not just a victory for Cipher's Vanguard, but for the collective will of those who had yearned for a world free from the shadows of deceit. The legacy had been shattered, its power reduced to ashes. As the dust settled, Cipher and his team surveyed the aftermath. The world, once shrouded in darkness, now basked in the light of truth. Institutions were reformed, laws were enacted, and a new era of transparency and accountability began to dawn. But the Vanguard knew that their work was not yet complete. The fight against Shadows was an ongoing battle, a commitment that would require eternal vigilance. As they looked toward the horizon, they knew that new challenges would arise, new enemies would emerge, and the legacy of Shadows would forever cast its long shadow. But the Vanguard was prepared. They had weathered the storm, faced their darkest fears, and emerged stronger than ever. Together, they stood as guardians of truth, torchbearers of justice, and defenders of a world where the shadows held no power. And so, the legacy of Shadows became a distant memory, a reminder of the triumphs and tribulations they had overcome. The Vanguard, guided by Cipher's unwavering spirit, vowed to never forget the lessons learned, to never falter in their pursuit of truth, and to forever unveil the shadows that threatened to engulf their world. For the legacy of Shadows may linger, but the light of truth will forever shine.